push for flips.
I think we can all agree that the bag rewards should absolutely be redone.
Yeah,
to
they're trash.
incentivize keeps, forts, cities.
The only thing worth taking from them once you have Sov, I'm honestly, there's really nothing. But
yeah,
I mean, Vanquishers is the highest that it starts.
Cosmetics of the other Sov.
That it goes.
I'm in danger.
I love the 1 gold.
I'm gonna devil's advocate
Too many.
a little bit here.
Oh wait, I'm gonna guard Leo here in SSC.
So, I think that yes, you should be able to play the game the way that you want. However,
this comes with a big butt, doesn't it?
However,
Leave my butt out of this.
yeah, mine too. But I think that, there's a level of min-maxing if you want the absolute best thing. That's okay to ask for, a couple Bastion Stair runs or, BB or whatever. And, okay, I'll give you a great example, right? I hate farming gold. Most people hate farming gold.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to spend a second farming gold, right? If I want my analyst ring before the event, I have to farm gold, and that will give me an edge. And I hate that. But I also understand that you can't just be given everything in an MMO.
But you don't have to do that. That was my point. You don't have to do that. But if you want a Bastion Stairs ring, you have to do that. If you want an analyst ring, you don't have to farm gold. There are other ways to get it.
Yeah, and I basically what I'm saying is and I'm not saying, oh, people need to PvE. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is
I am. I'm just kidding.
the point I'm making is doing a dungeon or two to get a best in slot item. I don't think that's necessarily terrible for the game, especially something that promotes.
I would agree with you. But I would like to say that there are a lot of... I'm going to try to put this delicately. There are a lot of players out there that do not have the patience to either teach other players how to do the dungeons or take the time to learn how to do the dungeons. Some of those fights are not straightforward. They take a little bit of effort and knowledge to do, and some people don't want to take the time to learn those fights or to teach people how to do those fights. So if I'm not in a guild that has knowledgeable players, luckily I am, or I don't have somebody to teach me these kinds of things, and I go in and I fail constantly because one person is refusing to follow the mechanics, that 1 hour Bastion Stairs turns into 5 hours easily, and that's a problem. So I can understand.
It's hard to get that sort of dedication for people to stay and play for 5 hours. A lot of guys, a lot of those older guys just want to get on for 2 hours and do a dungeon. And if a PvPer finds out that, oh no, I might have to do 4 of these 4 to 5 hour dungeon runs, they're not gonna want to do it.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth, but I can understand a PvPer's mindset of not wanting to do PvE when a majority of the runs that they've done in PvE have failed because of a single person's unwillingness to learn. I wouldn't want to do a dungeon with somebody that refuses to learn.
Like Surge.
Right, yep. Exactly.
That's just good. I just wanted to put in real quick and just say thank you for inviting me. I gotta hop off. I gotta drop. This is Shepasaurus.
Thanks for coming,
I appreciate all of you on this call. I enjoy watching your streams. I think that the creators for ROR have really helped bring in a lot of new players, especially this past holiday season, December. We had a huge influx of people. It's all thanks to you guys. And I'm excited for the next podcast.
Thanks for coming,
Love you,
buddy.
Shep.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think
Also, don't
Catchphrase.
forget to go follow Shep on YouTube.
The YouTubes.
Here, let me...
Post it in
Try
the
it.
shared chat.
Oh, Tommy, if you'll give me just a second real quick. Speaking of YouTube, I found that link to the
There we
video I was talking about with
There's Sheposaurus's YouTube.
I found that link to the video I was talking about with Tothmonra's VAR SC experiment. And I put the link in my chat, so if one of you would be kind enough to go to my chat, pick up the link, and then post it around, I would appreciate it. And that's it.
I
You
think-
can put it in the Discord chat. If you've got the link for it.
Well, once I get out of this SC, I didn't think of that. I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
But anyway, once I get out of this SC, I'm guarding Leo right now, so my entire life is defined by that.
She doesn't need a guard. It's fine. Let her die.
I think another.
I'll tell you
another-
what. She does really well with the guard, though. I've done it. I've seen it. Sorry, go ahead.
Played on order? Alright, where's the G-kick button?
She has a swig herder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have
Surge plays on order confirmed?
airlift formation.
I think
Hold on,
like
I got a message tally, hold on.
the other point to that is like, you know, I think it's okay to like require some things in an MMO that you might not necessarily like want to do. If you want like the absolute highest min-maxed, you know, version of yourself. And you know, the other point I'll make on that is like the PvE in this game, and I've never done LV, nor do I ever plan to because I don't need to do it. But it's like, it's pretty easy in general.
Oh, absolutely. The biggest thing that I've ran into with PvPers, like strictly PvPers, is I don't want to learn these mechanics because they're stupid. Like that's
Disagree.
the mindset that I've had with a lot of PvPers that have gone into dungeons with me. There's just a
They look at it as
negative
yeah,
view.
because it's
Like
not
this
PvP.
isn't fun. I don't want to learn this mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just a personality flaw. I mean, like,
I
look at me.
agree. I'm not
I-
saying that it's a prevalent thing, but it does exist.
Yeah, but like, I also can understand, like, for me, for example, like, I need the Bastion Stair Ring, and I have needed the Bastion Stair Ring, and I just don't want to go back in. Like, I just don't want to do it. So, like, I get it, and, like, you know, I've brought up that, like, it's pretty easy, and, like, you know, sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do in MMOs.
Well, what's crazy is it takes less time to learn the mechanic than it does to wipe 5 times.
It does. It's true.
So instead of whining and being like, oh, I don't want to learn this mechanic,
But
the mechanic is
I could
don't stand in
also-
fire.
I
To make
could
it-
also
make it-
not
Oh,
do the mechanic
yes.
and go PvP.
Yeah, and so, like, that's, you know, like, I'm kind of torn on it, because, like, I do like the idea of, like, exposing people to something a few times. Maybe they like it, you know, maybe they meet a friend in the group, or, you know, just whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm like the idea of like exposing people to things, but I don't like the idea of like, oh, if I want to make money, I have to do gun bad. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
over and over and over again. That I think is not
want
good
you
at
want
all.
a certain amount of friction points, but you don't want so many that it becomes hard to play.
Right.
Because as a lot of people who've played WoW know, when Wrath of the Lich King started introducing a bunch of things to reduce friction points, that's when communities started essentially dissolving because people were no longer interacting.
Right. And that's kind of like my point is like, you know, a lot of people will say, you know, and the extreme version of this is WildStar, where it was if anyone ever played it, it became way too tedious. But like, you know, when WoW just started giving people things and making it like, oh, you can just sit in your Draenor garrison, you know, that really erodes the community and it erodes the experience. And I think that, like, you know, getting people out there and being like, hey, you have to do a Bastion Stair or 2 to get your ring, or whatever it is, right? I don't know what the number is, but like, I don't think that's necessarily the worst thing in the world, just because like the PvE is pretty easy in this game. But
it's absolutely easy, and I don't understand the pushback. I don't get it. It's not hard. Like, there are so many other MMOs out there with actual content in PvE that is way more difficult, and even those are accessible. I don't get the pushback in PvE on this game.
I just want to say real quick.
I think mostly it's. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to say real quick that in that SC I had high protection value of all order, guarding Leo. Thank you very much. I'll be in town all week.
Good job.
This is just a creepypasta, right?
Bro, don't.